Hello, sports fans. It is Wednesday, June the 12th, year 2013, and as usual, a lot to get to in the sports world, so let's get it going right now. Before we get to our weekly Major League Baseball State of the Union, let's recap what went on last night in the sports world. Let's start with the NBA Finals, Game 3 down in San Antonio, where the San Antonio Spurs just blasted the Heat last night. Spurs go up 2-1. The Spurs shot the lights out. Green and Neal couldn't miss from three-point range. The Spurs hit about 450 threes. When you hit that many threes in a game, you're going to win, and you're going to win comfortably. The Spurs just ran Miami right off the court last night. Now, nice job by the Spurs last night. Don't count Miami out. Don't count them out. They could very easily come back and win Game 4. If you're Miami at this point, you want to win one of the next two just to get yourself home. If Miami wins one of the next two, even though they'll be trailing 3-2, they go back to Miami for Games 6 and 7. So Miami just get one of the next two and you're okay. You have 6 and 7 in your building. Spurs now, they're getting greedy. They're thinking, we don't have to go back to Miami. Not after last night's performance. We can wrap this up at home. But at the very least, the Spurs have to win one of the next two as well. The Spurs have to be up 3-2 if they go back to Miami. If the Heat are up 3-2 when they go back to Miami, the Heat are going to win. So very important that the Spurs get one of the next two, which they clearly can after last night's performance. The Spurs were so good last night. How good was the bench? Neal and Green couldn't miss. Tremendous job by the Spurs. They go up 2-1. Game 4 tomorrow night in San Antonio. A little soccer I caught last night. The U.S. men's national team on the USA side beat Panama 2-0. USA now leading their group. Very nice job by USA. The game was played in Seattle. They had a tremendous crowd there. Crowd was very into it. They do a great job supporting the team. USA looked very good last night, so nice job by them. They are now leading their group in World Cup qualifying. They play Honduras in Utah next week. Over to Major League Baseball last night. Baltimore beat the Angels. The Angels can't get out of their own way. Pittsburgh beat San Francisco. San Francisco's not playing great. Alvarez a home run for Pittsburgh. St. Louis all over the Mets. No shock there. Miami beat Milwaukee. Stanton off the DL with a home run there. Tampa Bay beat Boston. That's turned into a good series. Cleveland beat Texas. Cleveland finally gets a win. Cincinnati bombs the Cubs. Toronto beat the White Sox. Detroit beat Kansas City. Minnesota beat Philly. What's going on with Philly? They've now lost 4 in a row. They lost 3 in a row to Milwaukee. Now they lose to Minnesota. Just when you think Philly's turning the corner, they have another step back. Colorado beat Washington. How about C. Gonzalez? Another home run last night. Oakland beat the Yankees. I've been saying it all year. Oakland is a very underrated team. Seattle beat Houston. San Diego beat Atlanta. And the Dodgers beat Arizona. There was a brawl in this game. Arizona hit Puig. Then the Dodgers hit one of the Arizona guys. Then the Arizona pitcher throws at Greinke. Remember, the Dodgers already had an incident with Greinke. Remember with San Diego when they had that whole fiasco when Greinke hurt his collarbone. Well, last night when Arizona hit Greinke, there was a complete melee. Belisario for the Dodgers went nuts. McGuire thrown out. Puig thrown out. I mean, all sorts of fisticuffs in the game. So a little brawl there in Los Angeles. Dodgers do get the win. We'll see if this can ignite the Dodgers. Sometimes a brawl like this can ignite a team. We'll keep an eye on the Dodgers. They need a lot of help. They're still struggling. They did get the win last night. Okay, over to our weekly Major League Baseball State of the Union. Let's start in the American League. The American League East, last place, the Toronto Blue Jays. They are 28-36, 5-5 in their last 10. Bullpen has been good, but every time you think Toronto's going to do something, they take 2 steps back. Dickey's been awful, still no Reyes. Number 4, Tampa Bay, they're 35-29, 5-5 their last 10. Matt Moore actually has been shelled his last 2 starts. We'll keep an eye on that. He pitched very well up into his last 2 starts, got bombed his last 2 outings. Baltimore, number 3 in the East, 37-28, 6-4 in their last 10. They need better starting pitching. Overall, Baltimore's done a tremendous job. Need better starting pitching, though. Number 2, the Yankees, 37-27, 6-4 in their last 10. Congratulations to Andy Pettitte, his 250th career win. And number 1, the Red Sox, 40-26, 7-3 their last 10. They have Tampa Bay and Baltimore this week, so tough stretch for Boston. Boston is one of the surprise teams in all baseball. I mean, I never thought they'd be this good. They are doing a tremendous job. Over to your American League Central, last place, the White Sox. They are 28-35, 4-6 in their last 10. Konerko, 2 home runs in the last 125 at-bats. He looks like an old elephant. Number 4, Minnesota, they're 28-33, 5-5 in their last 10. They're not good. They do have a lot of good young prospects in the minors. It's what you have to look forward to if you're a Twin fan. They're not very good this year. They are better than they were last year. Have a couple of prospects. Keep your eye on that. Number 3, Kansas City, 29-33, 7-3 last 10. 7-3 since Brett took over as the hitting coach. So nice job by him. I mean, I like George Brett as the hitting coach. I loved him as a player. So Kansas City 7-3 in their last 10, 4 games under overall. Number 2, Cleveland. They are 31-33, 2-8 in their last 10. They are free-falling, Cleveland, after a really nice couple of weeks of baseball. They're now 2-8 in their last 10. They did get the win last night, but Cleveland's struggling overall recently. Number 1, Detroit, 36-27. 7-3 in their last 10. Scherzer pitching very well. Detroit is the class of this division. Over to your American League West we go. Houston Astros in 5th place, 22-44, 3-7 in their last 10. They scored 4 runs in 3 games against Kansas City. Not going to win too many games like that. Number 4, the Angels, 27-38, 2-8 in their last 10. They are mediocre at everything. I mean, I thought the Angels would be so much better than this. They are just below average or mediocre in everything. Terrible job by the Angels. Number 3, Seattle. They are 29-37, 5-5 in their last 10. They can't score. They won't be able to score. They just cannot score. Number 2, Oakland, 39-27, 7-3 in their last 10. Cologne, only 6 runs allowed in the last 5 games. Cologne's still doing it at his advanced age. Oakland, very, very good team that no one knows about. And number 1, the Texas Rangers, 38-26, 4-6 last 10. Not hitting great recently, but they are in first place. That is your American League. Over to your National League we go. The National League East, last place, Miami Marlins, 19-45, 6-4 last 10. They are 8-3 against the Mets. 10-41 against the rest of the league. They would love to play the Mets every day. Number 4, the Mets, 23-36, 3-7 in their last 10. Lost 8 times to Miami, just like I mentioned. That is a horrible stat. Number 3, Philadelphia, 31-34, 5-5 in their last 10. They were doing well, Philadelphia. They were 1 game over 500. Now they've lost 4 in a row, 3 to Milwaukee, 1 to Minnesota. Number 2, Washington, 31-32, 4-6 in their last 10. Is their offense finally coming around? Maybe, but overall, Washington, one of the disappointments in all of baseball. Harper gets an injection in his knee. They say his knee is his structure is fine, so we'll look for Harper to come back. Strasburg also hurt. I mean, Washington, like I said, very, very disappointing this year. They do have time, though. Number 1, the Atlanta Braves, 39-26, 6-4 in their last 10. Dan Uggla is batting 193, but he has 13 home runs. 193, I mean, come on, Uggla. You can't hit better than that. That is your National League East. National League Central we go. Number 5, the Chicago Cubs. They're 25-37, 3-7 in the last 10. We know they're not any good. They're going to redo Wrigley Field. They are going to rebuild this whole team. They got a long way to go. Number 4, the Milwaukee Brewers, 26-38, 5-5 in the last 10. They did beat Philadelphia 3 straight. That came out of nowhere. Number 3, the Pittsburgh Pirates. They are 38-26, 4-6 last 10. Nice job overall. Slumping a little bit in the last 10, though. Number 2, the Cincinnati Reds, 39-26, 5-5 in their last 10. Starters very good. Relievers not. Got to pick up their relief pitching. Chapman's good in the bullpen. They have no other help for him in the bullpen, though. Number 1, the St. Louis Cardinals, 42-22, 6-4 in their last 10. To me, they're the best team in baseball right now. They've done an unbelievable job. A lot of guys missing the year, like Carpenter and Recall, and here's St. Louis's 42-22. Tremendous, tremendous, tremendous job by the Cardinals. Over to your National League West we go. Number 5, the LA Dodgers. They're 28-36, 5-5 in their last 10. Puig was amazing last week. He looks like a really, really good player. Dodgers, like I said, win last night. They were in a brawl last night. We'll see if that ignites him at all. Dodgers have a lot of injuries. H. Ramirez, this is now the 3rd time he's been hurt. Kemp still on the DL. Crawford hurt. Dodgers have a bunch of pitches out as well. We'll see if the Dodgers can put anything together. They have a lot of road games coming up also. Number 4, San Diego, 31-34, 5-5 in their last 10 games. Cabrera is having a nice year. San Diego is not a total dog like I thought, but they are not a playoff team. Number 3, San Francisco, 33-30, 5-5 in their last 10. Since the start of May, Scutaro is batting over 400. Unbelievable. Overall, though, I don't like the way the Giants are playing. Don't like the way they're pitching either. Number 2, Colorado, 35-30, 7-3 in their last 10. They are 21-16 against the West this year. That's very important. A lot of division games. They were terrible against the West last year. Doing a good job this year, Colorado. And number 1, the Arizona Diamondbacks, 36-29, 5-5 in the last 10. Goldschmidt, amazing with runners in scoring position. He's an MVP candidate. Like I said, Arizona had the brawl with the Dodgers last night. I thought Arizona was a little out of line in that game. I mean, they hit Puig. Dodgers retaliated, should have been over right there. Then they come up and into Greinke. I mean, remember, Greinke's already been hit this year. Had that incident with, quitting with San Diego when he got hit on the mound and broke his collarbone. So you knew the Dodgers were going to retaliate with that. So that's what instigated this whole brawl. I think Arizona was at fault last night for hitting Greinke. But overall, Arizona, nice job. I like the manager, Kirk Gibson. I like Goldschmidt. Got a lot of nice young players. Nice job by Arizona. As far as tonight, what to watch Wednesday, we have Game 1 of the Stanley Cup Finals. Boston at Chicago should be a tremendous series. Must watch tonight. Could go either way. I'm going to pick Chicago in 7. 2 classic teams, 2 classic fan bases, 2 teams on a roll. Should be fantastic. Hard-hitting, low-scoring hockey. Please check it out. Tomorrow you'll have Game 4 between San Antonio and Miami. Spurs up 2-1. Spurs at home tomorrow. Keep an eye on that game as well. And, of course, you got all your Major League Baseball. Okay, you guys are all caught up. You guys enjoy the games tonight. Thanks for the support. Thanks for tuning in. Enjoy your Chicago-Boston tonight. I will talk to you Friday. We'll recap everything that went on the last couple of days, and I'll preview the weekend for you. Thank you so much for the support. Talk to you guys soon. Stay safe. Enjoy the hockey tonight. Take care.